Hello, puppies. You're gonna help me check on the worms? Okay. You guys stay there. For everybody who doesn't know, that's Wally. That's Moose. It's Wally's birthday. He's 7 this week. Isn't that exciting? We're over here working on our Hot Frog Tower today. They're due for a feeding. Now, I'm a little worried about the tower being here because it is kind of morning time. It is getting light and it is covered. But I don't know if it's something about the rainstorms that we've been having lately or what. But there has been not quite a mass exodus, but there are a lot of dead worms on the ground around the tower. And I'm just really not sure what's going on. So I'm a little worried that this particular spot is problematic for them, even though it is covered. Like maybe it's just getting too warm. I'm not sure. Because I know they don't like sun, but it is covered, and like I said, it's only morning sun they're getting. But the top looks really good. We got quite a few guys up here alive and well. I'll get you guys in here closer so you can see what I see. It's been about 2 weeks since they've had a feeding, and so I'm like, I don't think they're gonna go exploring looking for food, but I don't know, maybe they are. But it just seems strange that we're having so many of the worms on the go. Now this area over here where the shredded paper was, that's where we know there was food. And look, yes, there were. Okay, there's a lot of little creatures in there, like little mites maybe. Let's see if we can get in here and see some worms. Yeah, there's some worms. There's definitely some, what are those? Mites maybe on the banana peel. They're really tiny. Not seeing a ton of worms. Definitely little creatures that are bouncing around. Oh yeah. Yeah, little creatures. I don't know if you guys can see, they're really tiny. They're bouncing around over there. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah. Something's alive and well over here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see all the little stuff bouncing around. So there are some worms. There is some food. Not a ton, but that's okay. Now, are we going to feed them again? Ugh, I don't know. Honestly, I think I might just leave them because I want to see what's going on with the kind of exodus that we're having, because part of me is a little worried that this spot is not good and we might need to relocate the tower. The problem is I'm not sure where the tower can go in our house right now that's not here, just because we're kind of tight on space, and I need to make sure this is somewhere we can get to. So I'm a little hesitant to feed them again just yet. I'd rather let them kind of sort themselves out, hopefully. But let's take a look at tier 2. Maybe that one's in a different state. All right, here we are, tier 2. This one, definitely, you could tell where it went down, where the food was. Oh my goodness. There is no food left, apparently. Oh my gosh, wow, they just annihilated that food. Okay. All right. That's impressive. I guess it is a little wet in here. I will say that. It does feel a bit on the wet side. Okay, well, there is no food here. I guess we are going to try to feed them a little bit. Oof. Okay, let's work on feeding. Putting a lot of food in this tub. It's getting a little moldy, just how they like it. Let's just put it kind of, oh, whoopsie doopsie. Let's just see what we can come up with here. We got some bananas, some berry bits, got some tissues. Oops. It's already starting to grow together. It's definitely, I guess, good. Well, no, because we need to split it up between the 2 tiers. All right. This is stinky. They're going to love it. So we'll give this to the tier above. Actually, no, this tier should get, well, no. We're going all over the place here. That one will be fine for tier 2. And what we'll do is we'll give them a lot of paper. A lot of paper. And we can cover this still. Push that in here. And then that way, hopefully that'll somewhat distort some of the moisture levels. And then we'll go back to tier 1 here. And I think given that we know there's a bunch of bugs and stuff over here, we will just plan on this side. I think this feeding will go in the corner here. Kind of surprised, like I don't think it's too wet for these guys. Maybe it is, I don't know. I'm gonna try to see how much of this I can get out without slopping the water in, but there's berry bits, especially like strawberry toppers. There's clearly some banana parts. They have fermented. All right, kept that water out. That's definitely good. And then let's see if we can just kind of, you can hear the liquid on that. That's probably not good. All right, so we'll lightly cover it, but I don't want to displace too many people here today. Put that off to the side, and then lots of paper. So we'll give them another 2 weeks and see if the exodus at large continues. I'm a little worried that if it does, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I know we just got our tower started, but if the exodus continues, I might have to just fold these guys into our urban worm bag, add them to that. I mean, I don't want to do that, but you know, if we have to, we'll do what we got to do. I don't want them to be uncomfortable or anything here. So we'll give them another 2 weeks, see what happens, but I hate seeing them leave. Like, I know 1 or 2 isn't an unusual thing for worms, but I must have picked up 2 dozen since the last feeding that have escaped. So I'm not really sure what's going on with them. I mean, we have had a lot of storms, so I'm wondering if like maybe there's something with the pressure like that. I don't know, but this is what happens. We give them a nice blankie to cover them up, cut out the sun, prevent them from getting too uncomfortable, hopefully. And now we wait. All right, friends. Well, thanks for hanging out with me and the pups today. I hope our hot frog's okay, but we'll know in about 2 weeks. Fingers crossed. See you soon.